Good evening, one and all. First of all, I'd like to welcome all teachers, those who are present in the workshop on behalf of Padliputra Sahodaya. And I am glad to share today's topic that we are going to discuss about adolescence and what are the effects in different subjects. That's what we are going to discuss today. So, teachers, when we talk about or think about adolescence, it's a beautiful time everybody has. It's a beautiful time everybody has. We have a lot of memories. We have got a lot of uh, experiences. We have got a lot of things to remember. We have some things to share with someone. These are things that happened in my life. But we looked into someone, especially the students, those who are sitting into our classes. We don't look in that way that they're free actually. Suppose two students are sitting in a corner and they are talking. This is not a matter, but if one girl and boy, if they sit and talk in a corner, surely we will watch what they are doing. Suppose they are small kids, okay, we don't bother much. But if suppose they are maybe 7th class, 8th class, 9, 10, plus 1, plus 2, surely we will have an eye on them, what they are doing, what they are talking, or whether they're touching each other or not. So these are the things, these we always analyze. And we don't try to give much freedom to the students, especially from 6th class onwards. Once we're taking gender sensitivity class and we have put forward an idea to the teachers, and many of the schools are even implementing that there's no separation of gender. Let us not separate the students on behalf of gender, male students, female students. Let us not, and let them even sit together. Let them sit even together. Now, when we are discussing on that, so you teachers put forward this point. Sir, is it wise to make them together? Because, for example, one boy and one girl, they are sitting together in a bench, in a desk, and teacher is teaching in the class. So is it wise that we can make them together? Suppose they are sitting behind the last bench or middle somewhere. Even they can, share their views, or they can touch each other. They can pass, even they can pass numbers. So lot many things we have a lot of queries. And even there are subjects in which when we supposed to teach about adolescence, we get a kind of fear, or we become introvert personalities. More we can say about introvert personalities. How can I share about that? About sex, sexuality, or connected to that, any kind of topics which we have to teach in the subject, or the development of or growth or changes of in the body, changes of mental uh, thoughts, views, everything. It comes to our mind. Some kind of gives a lot of anxiety. We have a kind of we become introvert personalities. But when we think about students, they become, they have a lot of curiosity. They got a lot of curiosity regarding many of the topics of their special biological aspects, and they try to maybe understand, or they try to analyze again and again due to curiosity. So let us see how far we can help our students in this matter. So the topic here is integrating elements of adolescence education in different subjects. In different, it's not only in, when we talk about adolescence, sex, development of biological aspects, we think about only biology has this. No. For example, it can be language, it can be social science, it can be science, any subject, any one of the subjects can deal with these things. So let us see first, what is adolescence? What is adolescence? Adolescence education is guided by the National Curriculum Framework 2005, which recommends that education should instill independence of thought and action. Independence of thought and action. sensitivity to others' well-being and feelings, learning to respond to new situations in a flexible and creative manner. तो नेशनल करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क एक आइडिया दिया, एक इंडिपेंडेंस थॉट ऑफ एक्शन. हमारा जो भी एक्शंस होंगे इंडिपेंडेंट होंगे, बट इट डज नॉट मीन दैट वी कैन हार्म समवन or we can put someone in trouble. And not only that, understanding well-being and learn, and it's about flexible and creative manners. So adolescence education enables adolescents to understand and negotiable existing and constantly changing lived realities. तो हमारे लाइफ में बहुत सारा रियलिटीज है. तो मैंने शुरुआत में कुछ एग्जांपल्स बताए थे कि एंग्जाइटी ऑफ अ टीचर and anxiety of a student. Anxiety of a teacher is that whether there will be misbehavior or any kind of other activities from the parts of students. If अगर दो एक लड़का एक लड़की में एक बैठेंगे तो उसके बीच में क्या और कुछ रिश्ता या कुछ रिलेशंस हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता है. दैट इज द एंग्जाइटी ऑफ टीचर. व्हाट इज द एंग्जाइटी ऑफ स्टूडेंट? फर्स्ट, एक लड़का ऐसे सोचते हैं अगर मेरे साथ एक लड़की बैठेगी या मेरे साथ एक लड़का बैठेंगे तो क्या क्या चेंजेस होगी. फर्स्ट, when we see the different stages of life, we will see in the another points. एक जैसे कि 5th क्लास या 4th क्लास 5th क्लास में हम लोग कभी कभी क्या करते हैं, लड़का लड़की एक ही बेंच में अगर बैठाएंगे, क्या कभी कभी टीचर्स पनिशमेंट करते हैं. किस तरीके से पनिशमेंट होते हैं? पनिशमेंट इस प्रकार की होता है कि एक लड़के के पास एक लड़की को बैठाता है तो थोड़ा सा लड़का शांत हो जाता है या लड़की शांत हो जाती है. So it's a kind of a punishment in order to take us, as I told, just independence. Now to say that no, you are not independent to do any kind of mischievous activities. Someone is near to you who may look forward your all your activities. So that becomes little bit problems for us to adjust maybe as a student. तो कैसे में एक लड़की के साथ बैठेंगे, कैसे में लड़के के साथ बैठेंगे, धीरे 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 वो चेंज हो जाते हैं, धीरे धीरे चेंज हो जाता है. और 8th क्लास 9th क्लास 10th क्लास जब बच्चे पहुंचते हैं आज का जमाने में, इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड, बच्चे बहुत कंफर्टेबल महसूस हो जाते हैं. आई थिंक बिफोर 5 6 10 ईयर्स, इवन +1 +2, जब हम लोग एक लड़की के साथ बात करने के लिए या सपोज एक लड़की अगर हमारे साथ आके बैठेंगे या लड़के एक लड़की के साथ बैठने जाएंगे तो थोड़ा सा हम लोग अजीब से लगता है कि कैसे मैं बैठूं. लेकिन आज 8th क्लास 9th क्लास और 10th क्लास या उसके एबोव क्लासेस में लड़के लड़की साथ बैठने में ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं होते. मीन्स दे आर नॉट फीलिंग एनी काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स टू रादर दे वांट टू सिट टुगेदर. मैं स्कूल में एक टीचर ने एक एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया था कि बच्चे बस में जाते थे तो जैसे कुछ बच्चे बस से निकलने के बाद जैसे स्कूल से घर जाने के समय में कुछ एल्डरली चिल्ड्रन लाइक 8th क्लास से लेकर +2 क्लास तक जो लड़के क्या करते थे, अपना प्लेस चेंज करते थे. अपना प्लेस जैसे कि एक लड़की के साथ एक लड़के जाके बैठ रहे बस में, क्योंकि ड्राइवर तो ड्राइविंग कर रहे हैं और जो बस में जो अटेंडेंट होंगे शायद बाहर ध्यान देते होंगे, तो बच्चे क्या करते हैं उसके साथ बैठने के लिए कोशिश करते हैं. सच प्रॉब्लम्स कैन कम और डिफरेंट एंग्जाइटी और क्वेश्चंस भी क्लास में पूछ सकते हैं और बच्चे सोच भी सकते हैं. देयरफॉर वी आर डिस्कसिंग, हम लोग जब बच्चों को क्लास लेंगे डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट्स जैसे कि लैंग्वेज हो सकते हैं, ह्यूमैनिटीज हो सकते हैं या साइंस सब्जेक्ट्स हो सकते हैं, तो हम लोग क्लास लेंगे तो किस प्रकार बच्चों को एडोलेसेंस के बारे में अवेयरनेस देना है. So that's the main purpose of it. So here national, so where evolution took place, the National Population Education Project insisted or initiated to come up with this adolescence education. So National Policy on Education in 1986 identified National Population Education Project as the thrust area. Means we can go with this, we should do something for this. So therefore in 2005, the National Curriculum Framework, when it was forming, it made sure that we should have a kind of point for students' adolescence education. Adolescence education, because every child should have awareness. Every child should have awareness. What are the changes takes place in my life? What are changes? It is not only biological changes, it is not only physical changes, or it's not only mental changes, it is not only my thoughts, it is not only my action, it is not only my visuals, it's not only my views. It combines everything. I have to know what are changes takes place and how should I take it positively. How should I take it positively? Therefore, in 2005, different government initiatives on adolescence education were harmonized by the Ministry of Human Resource Development under the umbrella of AEP in today's educational ministry. Till last year, it was Human Resource Development, in which the education was collaborated. So now it has changed into education ministry. Even now, it has been taken care by education ministry. Why? The students, the so-called adolescent students, are here only in this area only. The students are here. They are not trying to develop themselves. So when we think about the objective of adolescence education to provide accurate knowledge to students about process of growing up, or maybe HIV, AIDS, and substance abuse, to develop healthy attitudes and responsible behavior towards the process of growing up. HIV, AIDS, and substance abuse, to enable them to deal with gender stereotype and prejudice. We have, as I told you, uh, suppose we are walking and we saw that one boy and girl, it's in the corner of a school, or maybe of the classroom, or somewhere they are standing and talking. It comes to your mind, yes, they may be having, chit chat, a kind of personal relation they are trying to build up. They're trying to build up a personal relation. Even a boy or girl, when they're walking in the street, even now, students are so, you know, so much brilliant. We cannot say brilliant, we can say bold enough. Students are bold enough to ask. Even the media it comes, when the media it comes, that क्या अगर एक लड़का लड़की एक साथ खड़े होकर बात करेंगे, या कुछ कॉफी शॉप में जाएंगे, या कहीं बैठकर कुछ स्टडीज करेंगे, क्या वो गलती है? They think that, okay, so they are trying to insist in the society that what we are doing is not something we are not doing wrong, and it is need of the society, need of us. Okay, no, sorry, it is not the need of the society, it's a need of us. I want to talk to someone. When I am able to talk to a boy, why can't I talk to a girl? If I can talk to a girl, then why can't I talk to a boy? Need freedom. So the framework defined adolescence education as an educational intervention to help learners acquire accurate and adequate knowledge about reproductive and sexual health, with the focus on the process of growing up during adolescence in its biological, psychological, socio-culture, and moral dimensions. In connection with all these aspects, the last I have put moral dimensions. See, we try to convey through different subjects. Whatever things that I am doing, whatever things that I am learning today, that should have moral dimensions. Having a relation with a friend, it can be boyfriend or it can be girlfriend, whether that relation is having a moral value or not. Moral value or not. So adolescence is a period or stage where maximum growth and development takes place. We must provide a suitable environment for maximum growth and development. Parents and teachers should give the proper knowledge of health, personal hygiene, cleanliness, various diseases, and their preventions, especially the children when they go to menstrual period, or when they grow up. Many of the schools are giving a kind of proper guidance how to be hygiene in those days to all girls. It is good. Or when uh, the boys, they when they grow up, how to channelize the energy what they have, is instead of going into a loneliness thought, or instead of going into different thoughts or personal entertainments, they, how can I make use of my energy, my thoughts, my creativity in a better and useful way. और सेम टाइम गर्ल्स को भी हर एक स्कूल में एक हेल्थ एंड हाइजीन एक क्लब होता है, या उसका एक कमेटी होती है. उस कमेटी के द्वारा अवेयरनेस और प्रैक्टिकल गाइडलाइंस शुड बी गिवन टू एवरी गर्ल्स, हाउ टू मेंटेन their personal hygiene and how to have the proper life, and how to what are the things to carry, how to be very cleanliness. Those things should be given to even girls and boys. So when we talk about adolescence, there are three stages. तो तीन stages है, तीनों stages ऐसे हैं कि early adolescence, general age 11 to 14, middle adolescence age between 15 to 17, and later uh, late adolescence, that is age 18 to 21. So adolescence age can be from generally 11 to 21, 10 से 11 साल के बीच में. 10 से 11 साल के बीच बीच के बच्चों को हम लोग adolescence कैटेगरी में इंक्लूड किया जाता है. When we include those students, we know maybe after 5th class. There may be some girls or even boys, maybe from 5th class. But we can think into जो girls, mainly आजकल 4th class का girls को भी adolescence में include किया जा सकते हैं, because they become matured maybe from 4th class onwards, as per the maybe because of food habits, maybe hormonal changes. We can include into maybe 9-year child also can include into this adolescence. They may not be highly thinking wise, may not be according to adolescence area, but we can include them as per the biological changes in their body. And what importance of adolescence, like critical link between childhood and adulthood, characterized by significant physical, psychological, and social transitions. These transitions carry new risks but also present opportunities to positively influence the immediate and future health of young people. I told, a beautiful time in the life. किसी किसी का लाइफ में 11 साल के 20, 21, 22, 23 साल तक का जो लाइफ का जो पीरियड होता है, बहुत एंटरटेनमेंट होता है, एंड वी रियली enjoy and we remember these are the things. And at the same time, this is the age students can divert if suppose we are not guiding the students. Suppose we are not guiding the students, easily these students can divert. Not only that, this is the time they try to be gradually away from, parents. They try to be away from parents, means I am trying to be with my friends. पापा पूछते कि तुम कहाँ जा रहे हैं, मैं फ्रेंड्स का घर जा रहा हूँ. पापा पूछते कि तुम कहाँ, किसको कॉल कर रही हो, तब बोलती है मेरा दोस्त को कॉल कर रही हूँ. तुम किससे बात कर रहे हो, मेरा दोस्त से बात कर रहा हूँ. तुम किससे चैटिंग कर रही हो, मैं मेरा दोस्त के साथ चैटिंग कर रही है. मीन्स there can be lot of excuses and manipulations in this age. Manipulations. Why I said manipulations? These thoughts and kind of entertainments. मैं अभी कभी कभी हम लोग जैसे आप लोग भी देखते होंगे इस उम्र का बच्चों को कि हर एक बच्चे के पास मोबाइल फोन्स होता है, हर एक बच्चे के पास मोबाइल फोन्स होता है. एंड नॉट ओनली दैट, अभी जो 2020 लॉकडाउन के समय से लेकर आज तक या पिछले साल तक बच्चे ज्यादा मोबाइल में इन्वॉल्व हुए थे. कारण ये था ऑनलाइन क्लास में मुझको पार्टिसिपेट करना है. लेकिन किसके लिए, क्या के लिए मैक्सिमम उपयोग करते हैं? यूट्यूब वीडियोस के लिए, सोशल मीडिया के लिए, व्हाट्सएप चैटिंग के लिए बच्चे ज्यादातर मोबाइल्स उपयोग करते थे. दैट्स व्हाई स्टूडेंट्स आर यूजिंग फॉर दिस. नाउ एवरीथिंग इज नॉर्मल, फिर भी आज भी बच्चे मोबाइल के साथ उठते हैं, मोबाइल के साथ सोते हैं और मोबाइल के साथ खाना खाते हैं. And they use mobile phone for different purposes. Even if suppose there are students, even they are having a kind of WhatsApp groups they are having, and they are chatting. तो एक दिन एक बच्चे ने मुझको कहा था, सर ऐसे इस क्लास में बच्चों का व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप है, जैसे टीचर्स होमवर्क्स देते हैं, एक बच्चा होमवर्क्स लेके स्नैप उसमें डालते हैं और उसको देख के सब बच्चे उतारते हैं. See here, you know, changes, and they are not understanding through which we will be, lacking behind. It harms us in later. So the nature of adolescence is a distinctive developmental period involving growth, learning, and neurobiological changes with the potential for both positive and negative outcomes. It can have positive and it can have negative. As we used to say, a normal proverb is to say, every every coin has both sides, but anything can be positive and negative. And what's the role of education in solving the problems of adolescence? So एक कविता में a poem I remember, from Communicate English. Poem is that simple. I like to say content of this: a girl runs away from the father. A girl runs away from the father with the with her boyfriend to get married. And once the father is thinking himself that my daughter has ran away from me, then why did I take care of my child these many years? Then why did I take care of my child these many years? क्यों मेरे बच्चे को मुझसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस दिए थे इतने, मेरे बच्चे को मुझसे ज्यादा कंफर्टेबिलिटी दिए थे, क्यों मुझसे ज्यादा, और इस दुनिया से कितना साल उससे ज्यादा क्यों मैं मेरे बच्चे को प्यार किया. So these are the thoughts came into a poem. Now when we teach this chapter to the students, we should make awareness to the students the fluctuating love, the fluctuating affair, or kind of thoughts which can reduce our energy and break the relations should be broken. Understand that it is not, suppose a girl is looking into boy, a boy is looking into somebody is telling about crush. Of course it's a kind of crush. So एक लड़की एक लड़का को देख रहे हैं, या वन बॉय एक लड़की को देख रहे हैं, दैट इज क्वाइट नॉर्मल. कि सपोज एक 14 साल का लड़की अगर एक लड़के को नहीं देखेंगे, या 15-16 साल का एक लड़का अगर एक लड़की को नहीं देखेंगे, तो समथिंग इज रॉन्ग, तो उसमें कुछ ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स है. वो देखेंगे, दैट्स अ चेंज ऑफ द hormonal developments, we can say biological developments, you can say thought changes. देखेंगे, अगर नहीं देखेंगे तब सोचना है नहीं समथिंग इज रॉन्ग. लेकिन उस that thought, how to divert that thought into positive aspects. So that whenever we take kind of awareness, when we give kind of awareness, it should be included that how to have a framed and gentle life. Despite many teachers believe that they have little influence on students' motivation, teachers can influence and support student motivation by setting clear goals and expectations, like setting a purpose for reading and writing assignments, focusing students on their own improvement, वैरायटी ऑफ रीडिंग्स. जैसे एक बच्चा घर गया, घर जाने के बाद जैसे कि 5 बज गया, एक 2 घंटा जैसे किताब खोल के देखिया, कुछ ना कुछ होमवर्क किया, उसके बाद जैसे 7 बज गया, तो बच्चे क्या सोचते हैं, टीवी देखें या माँ बाप के साथ कुछ बैठ और कुछ बात करें. उसके बाद अपना कमरे में जाते हैं, कमरे में जाने के बाद उसको ज्यादा काम होते नहीं है. Of course they have, but they may not be thinking about something else of academics, but they may be thinking, how can I spend my time? Because they have a lot of energy. How can I spend their time and energy? So what we can do is, instead of their diverting their time, instead of their diverting their energy into negative aspects or a free kind of things, हम लोग ऐसे कर सकते हैं कि हम लोग होमवर्क्स दे सकते हैं, ऐसे नहीं कि ज्यादा होमवर्क्स के लिए प्रेशराइज करें. It is not the homework supposed not to be a burden, but in order to maintained way बच्चों को मन में होना चाहिए कि हाँ अभी इंग्लिश में पढ़ लिया, अभी मुझको मैथ्स पढ़ना है, उसके बाद आईटी पढ़ना है, आईपी पढ़ना है, उसके बाद एक एक सब्जेक्ट्स. I have to think and study that accordingly. We have to frame and motivate the child. How should I uh, focus on my studies? How should I manage my time? How to have proper time management in order to have improvement in my studies, in order to have growth in my life, in order to have good performance in the academics. So, 5 characteristics of adolescence are those: biological growth and development, and undefined status, increased decision making, increased pressures, and the search for self. Search for self. तो क्या biological growth and development, कभी कभी बच्चे इंट्रोवर्ट हो जाते हैं, जैसे कि स्पेशली गर्ल्स का जो बायोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट्स होंगे वो विजिबल है, नॉट लाइक बॉयज. Not like boys, girls are having development, biological growth or biological developments are visible. So what girls become, they become introvert, they become closed, they may feel shy, they may not look into the elders, they may feel a kind of things, even girls may be away from parent, father, or any other relatives that try to be away. That can be one thing. So undefined status, what is my status? व्हाट इज माई स्टेटस? मैं बच्चा नहीं हूं. अगर कोई माँ बाप बताए तुम बच्चे हो, तुम क्यों हमारे बीच में बात करते हो, तो नॉर्मली ऑल दिस चिल्ड्रन दोस आर टीन एज और adolescents later, आई एम नॉट अ बच्चा, आई एम नॉट चाइल्ड, आई एम नॉट अ चाइल्ड, आई एम नॉट अ चाइल्ड. आई ऑल्सो हैव अ पावर टू टेक डिसीजन. मेरे पास भी डिसीजन लेने के पावर है, मेरे पास भी थिंकिंग है, मेरे पास भी क्रिएटिव आइडियाज है. मैं स्कूल में जाता हूं, मैं पढ़ा लिखा हूं. And pressures, try to pressure also. And not only that, search for self. Who am I? What is my value? What is my value? तो एक बच्चा उसका पापा के पास जाके कहा कि what is my value? Kindly tell me the value. तो फादर ने कहा कि if you want to know the value of yourself, you do something valuable things. एक बार जैसे एक बच्चे ने, जैसे मैंने कहा कि एक बच्चा अपने पापा के पास जाके कहा, पापा मैं स्कूल जाना नहीं चाहता हूँ, मैं स्कूल जाना नहीं चाहता हूँ, मैं पढ़ाई छोड़ना चाहता हूँ. तो फादर ने कुछ नहीं कहा. तो फादर ने कहा जैसे आपका इच्छा कर सकते हैं. तो बच्चा 15-16 साल का था. तो मैट्रिक में फेल हुआ और बच्चे ने क्या किया, फादर को सीधे सीधे कहा मैं स्कूल नहीं जाऊंगा, मैं कुछ भी करने के लिए तैयार हूं. फादर ने क्या किया, एक स्पेड, एक कुदाली लिया, खरीद के उनको दे दिया और कहा तुम क्या करो, अगर तुम स्कूल नहीं जाओगे तो तुम कहीं भी जाके नौकरी काम करो, काम करके इस परिवार के लिए आज से तुम कमाना है. एंड द बॉय वाज सो हैप्पी, यस आई विल गो एंड डू. लेकिन उसका माँ क्या किया, माँ बहुत मतलब शी वाज सो सैड. माँ हर दिन क्या करती थी, अच्छा खाना बनाते थे, टिफिन बॉक्स में डालते थे और बच्चों को देते थे. उसके साथ साथ उनको उसको 500 रुपया भी देती थी. उसको 500 रुपया देने के बाद माँ ने उस बेटे को कहा कि बाबू तुम कहीं जाके अपने दोस्तों के साथ बैठना, इधर उधर घूमना, और शाम को तुम पापा के पास आना और कहना कि आज का कमाई ये 500 रुपया आपके पास है. तो वैसे पहला दिन उस लड़के ने वापस आया और पापा को कहा पापा आज मैंने बहुत मेहनत किया, आज का मेहनत का फल 500 रुपया, जो 500 रुपया माँ सुबह दी थी. तो एक दिन चला, 2 दिन चला, 3 दिन चला. जब भी लड़का आता था पैसा के साथ, पापा क्या करते थे, उस 500 रुपया लेकर he used to put in the fire, आग में डालते थे, उस पैसा को जलाते थे. हर दिन हर दिन हर दिन उस 500 रुपये को आग में डालते थे, जलाते थे. 1 दिन हो गया, 2 दिन हो गया, 5 दिन, 10 दिन, हर दिन ही हो गया. एक दिन माँ के पास पैसा नहीं थी. एक दिन मम्मी के पास पैसा नहीं थी, माँ क्या किया, उस दिन उस बेटे को कहा, उन्होंने बेटे को कहा, बाबू यहाँ पे आपका खाना है, आप जाइए और कहीं ना कहीं जाइए, और उसके बाद अपने पापा के पास आके कहना कि मुझको आज काम नहीं मिला, इसलिए मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है, सो आई डू नॉट हैव मनी विथ मी। तो उन्होंने गया, मार्केट में गया, जैसे मार्केट में सुबह गया और वापस आने के वक्त में वन पर्सन केम एंड आस्क्ड द बॉय, डू यू लाइक टू कम टू वर्क, डू यू लाइक टू कम टू वर्क, सो द बॉय सेड यस आई लाइक टू कम टू वर्क। उन्होंने काम के लिए गया, कुछ घंटा काम किया और उनको उन्होंने वापस आया पैसा के साथ, सिर्फ 100 रुपया था उसका हाथ में, सिर्फ 100 रुपया था उसका हाथ में। उन्होंने आया एंड ही हैज गिवन टू द फादर, he has given to the father saying that this is the earning of myself for the day. Father, he took 100 rupees, put in the fire. Took 100 rupees and put in the fire. Do you know what the son has done? He put the hand into the fire and took out that 100 rupees. उन्हें हाथ डाला, उस 100 rupees को बाहर निकाल दिया. Why? Because this 100 rupees is a self earning. He himself earned this 100 rupees. उनको मालूम है इस 100 rupees कमाने के लिए how much he struggled, how much he worked. Means he understood what is the earning, what's effort of oneself. Unless and until the children understand the effort of oneself, will not understand the value of life, will not understand the self-identification. Who am I? I am the child of so and so. Who am I? I am the child of so and so. That's supposed not to be the answer. Who am I? I am so and so. I am so and so. That should be the identification. So there are three stages of, as I told before also, the stages. So during biological and environmental changes affect motivation and mindset. You know what I should do, whether I should follow my parents, whether I should follow my teachers, whether I should follow my peer groups, whether I should follow my neighbor. Lot of thoughts it come, especially this के बाद आप क्या करेंगे? मेरा माँ कह रही है कि डॉक्टर बनो, मेरा पापा कह रहा है कि इंजीनियर बनो, मेरा भाई कह रहे कि होटल मैनेजमेंट के लिए जाओ, मेरा दोस्त लोग जेई का तैयारी कर रहे हैं, मेरा दोस्त लोग नीट के लिए तैयारी कर रहे हैं, मेरे दोस्त लोग उस प्रैक्टिस में जा रहे हैं, यहाँ पे जा रहे हैं, वहां पे जा रहे हैं. Means this, lot of confusions are there because adolescents have an increased sensitivity towards social evolutions, praising their learning process and successful strategies, not effort alone, can support development of a positive mindset and motivate them into learn. So they have to know I am there to learn. So language is more than a means of communication. A language also plays an important role in the development of a person's personality, because communication is the one which derives our lives, drives our lives, and makes ourselves better. Basically, language distinguishes humans from other animal species. How do I communicate? How do I communicate? How can I make a better relationship? Better relationship. The ability to analyze ideas, even basic one such as hot versus cold, depends on language. Through language, children make sense of experience and the world around them. In fact, language is the foundation for most learning, whether it is factual knowledge, social skills, moral development, or physical achievements. So now, how does maths? So we have seen the language. Language, how does it affect? Now coming to mathematics. Mathematics makes our life orderly and prevents chaos. Means 1 + 1 is equal to 2. There's no chaos. There's no confusion. Nobody can say I am from south, or so 1 + 1 is equal to 3, or I am from metropolitan city, I am born and brought up, 1 + 1 is equal to 4, or I am highly qualified, so 1 + 1 is equal to 5. No, for anyone, anywhere, it's 1 + 1 is equal to 2. It is having a order. So maths gives to our life a order. Mathematics gives to our life a order, certain qualities that are nurtured by mathematics are power of reasoning, how my reasoning capacity should be for a decision making, or creativity in new ideas, abstract or spatial thinking, critical thinking, problem solving, ability, and even effective communication skills. These are things mathematics gives us, which is very necessary for the adolescent people in order to showcase themselves. In order to showcase, why I said in order to showcase themselves, because uh, Sachin Tendulkar, he came to cricket 14, 15 years old. Vishwanath Anand came to chess in the adolescence. And when somebody wants to be prepare for a good profession, it is in adolescence. Suppose a NDA, suppose somebody wants to pass NDA, it is in adolescence, 15 to that age. Means it is open. It is open. It gives lot of changes in the life. So, just I said, learning mathematics for your brain. It helps us to, think how to have, good ideas. Maths helps us to tell time management, balancing. Maths helps us to your finance, how to have the proper finance. For example, a child who is studying third class, fourth class, when he or she gets money, किसी ने दादाजी दादाजी किसी ने या रिलेटिव कोई भी रिलेटिव्स उनको 10 रुपये दिया, 50 रुपये दिया, 100 रुपये दिया, मैक्सिमम बच्चे ने क्या करते हैं, उस बच्चे उस पैसे को माँ बाप के पास देते हैं या शायद कुछ चॉकलेट्स करते हैं या अपने पास रखते हैं. But the adolescent children, they try to spend this money in different areas. Maybe they run and go to, without saying to parents, they go to fast food. They try to recharge their mobiles. They try to save money and buy mobile phone without the knowledge of parents. Means we can give a proper training. Can give proper training how to balance money and time. How to balance money and time, which is very precious in that age. Very precious in that age. Maths help us to have better problem solving skill. Practically every career uses math in some or another way. So maths is having, provides vital skill. It provides vital life skill. The above said, here I have said, this is the better skills for the life. Better skills for anybody's life. अगर आपके लिए हो या मेरे लिए और मेरे बच्चों के लिए, for everybody, I have to have a systematic and balanced life in my daily life, which helps me to come up. तो मैं ये कह सकता हूँ, एक one who wants to run, हम लोग ओलंपिक्स में देखते होंगे, स्कूल स्पोर्ट्स में देखते होंगे, कैसे एक the one who wants to participate in race, how do they stand? दौड़ना चाहते हैं तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, एक पैर नीचे एक पैर आगे, पूरा फोर्स आगे देते हुए ऐसे खड़े होते हैं, जैसे विसिल सुनेंगे तो मैं कितना ऐसे भागूंगा कि सबसे आगे मैं पहुंच सकूं. That's the way the runner stands. That is what the adolescence do. Adolescence is a time for preparation. Time for preparation for the life after graduation. Life after graduation. Graduation finished by 21-year-old means from grade in and out average, a grade 6th to graduation, a cycle of grade 6th to graduation. Up to 5th class, we are studying peripheral studies we are doing. We are not studying physics, chemistry, biology, or civics or something else. We are studying EVS or social science. Means 6th class onwards, we are doing the proper study. That age to 21. Graduation. Even graduation, what we are studying, one language. As I said, language before, one language must. Main subject must. Subsidiary subjects must. Graduation. And after graduation, no language. One main concentrating on a particular thing and I'm trying to focus. Or I'm trying to get a job or I'm preparing for something. That is what. So it is very necessary time that I am waiting. I'm waiting when my time will come and let me jump with all my skills, power and energy. For that, this adolescence time, I have to have proper preparation. So science education gives students the opportunity to gain a better knowledge of how and why things functions. Science can teach children about the world that surrounds them. The information gained from science can be used to grasp new ideas, make educated choices, and pursue the pursuit of new passion. What passion I have? Evaluate. Evaluate. For example, I got in science the highest mark. Does not mean I can opt science. Getting highest mark may not be. Maybe my science teacher was excellent, or no, my science teacher pressurized me, or she used some techniques. So, मुझको science में ज़्यादा marks मिला. That does not mean you can go in +1 science. Your real taste may be, maths, or it can be arts or any other subjects. It can be. So a proper choice. Science help us to have a proper choice in our lives. In school, new technology can help students to understand science and make ideas that were previously banished to the pages of books, a visible for tangible reality. Technology undoubtedly makes the learning process more interactive and therefore more interesting and memorable. So science and maths, it speaks about exactly of systematic and authenticity. It is not a fluctuating one. It's a real authenticity. It's just about. And as we know, society affects adolescence development. It can be connected with social science. Social science, society affects the adolescence development. Culture has a strong influence on the development, behavior, values, and beliefs. Family rituals and good communication have positive effect on teens. For example, माँ बाप शादी के लिए जा रहे हैं और हाउस वार्मिंग के लिए जा रहे हैं, तो बच्चे कहेंगे नहीं मैं नहीं जा रहा हूँ, मैं घर पर बैठ नहीं, बच्चों को भी जाना है और उस सोसाइटी में या उस फंक्शंस में क्या ऐसे फंक्शंस होते हैं, द चाइल्ड कैन स्टडी एंड ही कैन हैव अ कॉमन कम्युनिकेशन विद समवन. जैसे माँ बाप किसी न किसी के साथ बात करेंगे तो उस हमारे बच्चे भी साथ रहेंगे और बच्चे ऑब्जर्व करेंगे कि मेरे माँ या बाप किस प्रकार उस मेरा पड़ोसी के साथ, उस सोसाइटी में फंक्शंस में गया तो उस परिवार के साथ या उस फंक्शंस में जो आया हुआ लोगों के साथ किस तरीके से व्यवहार कर रहे हैं. And my father may be having communication with a lady who is of the family or who came into the function. My mother may be having communication with a a man. How my mother is talking with an unknown or a non-gents, a male person. How my father is talking with a female personality. Maybe the part of the that family or a person. It is known to the father or unknown to the father, but how my father is talking. So these things it has to be observed. अगर हम लोग बात नहीं करेंगे और नहीं जाएंगे सोसाइटी में तो हम लोग को पता नहीं होगा कि किस प्रकार मेरा डीलिंग होना चाहिए. When I talk to someone, where should I look at? कैसे बात करना है, कैसे मेरा बॉडी गेस्चर होना चाहिए, किस प्रकार खड़े होना चाहिए, किस प्रकार मेरा फेस एक्सप्रेशन होना चाहिए, कहाँ पे मेरा आई कांटेक्ट होना चाहिए, किस प्रकार मेरा हाथ का मूवमेंट्स होना चाहिए. ऑल टुगेदर माय गेस्चर. पेरेंट्स से हम लोग सीख सकते हैं. पेरेंट्स से हम लोग सीख सकते हैं. एक टीचर जो +2 में पढ़ा रहे हैं, आई एम नेक्स्ट टाइम टॉकिंग अबाउट ओवरऑल अबाउट जो टीचर एक +2 में कभी कभी 24 साल 22 साल के बाद या 24 साल के बाद या 25 साल के बाद एक टीचर +2 क्लास में जब पढ़ाने जाते हैं या 26 साल में उसी क्लास में 17-18 साल का की भी हो सकता है या लड़का भी हो सकता है. जिस प्रकार उस 26 साल का टीचर उस 17 साल 18 साल का एक लड़की के साथ या लड़के के साथ किस प्रकार व्यवहार करें, दैट इज ऑल्सो द पार्ट ऑफ सोशल बिहेवियर. That is also the part of social behavior. And the acting, so it is not only in the society, the child learns from the family, from the society, from the school, and he learns how to cope up all this youth experience. So social influence has an effect on youth. Even adolescents are exposed to the behavior and norms of others, as I have given here. adolescents that internationalize such social norms and model the behaviors in future instance. So for future, I plan. Yes, I was like this and I will be like this. See here a diagram which growth sprouts adolescence, increase height, acquisition of muscle mass, distribution of body fats or skeletal um, maturation, and secondary sexual characteristics. It is showing a kind of diagram. So here let us see now guiding principles. What are guiding principles for this? So recognize adolescence as a positive and valuable resource. It's very important. That needs to be accepted, respected, and appreciated rather than a problem. एक लड़का एक लड़की को देख रहे हैं, that is not the problem. That's a part of life. Part of life. और एक लड़की एक लड़के के बारे में सोच रहे हैं, that is not something problem. Well, accept it. First, I have to accept it. उस उम्र से मैं भी गया हूँ, and at the same time, it's a part of life. It shows that there's a change that took place in my life, or the changes are taking place in that child's life. And respect, yes, it can. Appreciate, okay, it is good. Suppose you are having a kind of change, it's okay, not a problem, not a problem. And don't tell adolescents people are having problems in their life. Sometimes parents come and tell sir मेरे बच्चे स्कूल में 6 साल से पढ़ रहे हैं और मेरा बच्चा 5th क्लास में था, कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है, 6th क्लास में था, प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है, 7th क्लास में था, प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं था, 9th क्लास में जब मेरा बच्चा आया था तब उस क्लास टीचर ने मुझको कंप्लेन किया कि मेरे बच्चा ऐसे ऐसे बदमाशी किया. He start doing he start doing mischievous activities in the class, or he start not studying, he's not doing homework. Such complaints are coming from the parents, such complaints are coming from the teacher. Then we have to say they accept it, guide them. It is not a problem. We have to understand whom we have seen in the 8th class, 7th class, 6th class, 5th class is not the same in 9th class. It's not the same in the 9th class. Realize the transformational potential of education based on principles of equality and social justice rather than copying and managing paradigms or a status quo orientation. We may tell, all are equal, but you look at someone and study. एक बार एक टीचर ने कहा एक लड़के को, तुम शांति को देखो, तुम शांति को देखो, उस जो शांति इतनी अच्छी से पढ़ रही है, हर क्लास में फर्स्ट आया था, हर होमवर्क अच्छा से कर रहे थे, सब कुछ अच्छा है, तो उस क्यों नहीं पढ़ते हो? उस लड़का ने कहा, हाँ मैं शांति को देख देख के पढ़ा था, इसलिए मैं सब्जेक्ट में फेल हो गया. So we try to compare with someone in this transformational period. They have their own ideological people whom they look at. Salman Khan, Deepika, Preeti Zinta, or they have their own personalities. How many are there for Sachin? Very very rarely. How many are there for Vishwanath? Nobody, maybe. Why? They are attracted towards physical appearance. They are attracted towards physical approaches. They are attracted towards those things. So we have to understand this potential and implement it. The program is participatory, process oriented, and not judgmental, not perspective stigmatization or fear inducing. So don't put fear in the mind. Don't put fear in the mind, but we have to give moral and motivation how to enhance themselves, and strong focus on enhancement and application of life skills in real life context rather than treating it as a knowledge domain. It is not that आप school आ रहे हैं, it is not that only for acquiring a job. It is not only for acquiring a knowledge. वो एक बच्चे ने मुझको कॉल किया, मेरा प्रीवियस ईयर का स्कूल का बच्चा था, उन्होंने मुझको कॉल करके पूछा कि सर मुझको एक कुछ पढ़ना है, उस क्वालिफिकेशन से मुझको नौकरी पाना है, मुझको कुछ पढ़ना है, आप मुझको गाइड कर दीजिए कौन सा क्वालिफिकेशन अच्छा रहेगा मास्टर्स अच्छा रहेगा जिससे द्वारा मुझको नौकरी तुरंत मिल जाएगी. See here, trying towards attaining of a job, not attaining of a wisdom or knowledge. Okay, so it's thing, just to get knowledge, just okay, you come to the school and it is not only for application of life skills. We have to teach the students where I can input, where I can make use of the skills what I have. Adolescence education aims to influence the entire school curriculum and ethos rather than being an isolated stand alone in component. So it is not that I have to be, alone. So here we see adolescence club. Adolescence club, we can have a lot of clubs like objectives to provide a platform for, free discussion on issues related to adolescence, to equip adolescents with accurate information, knowledge, and skills in the specific context of a process of growing up. So, to engage peer education as a link between teachers and students. And when it comes to, constitution of a club, all students of class 8 to plus 1 members, 4 or plus 2 peer group. Why I put it here plus 2? Maybe many of the schools, to consider करते हैं plus 2 का बच्चे बोर्ड एग्जाम में जाएंगे तो कोई ना कोई भी क्लब्स में ना जाए ताकि डिस्ट्रैक्ट ना हो जाए. Or one as convener of the club, two peer facilities, program initiatives, or principals and NAP train as an advisor of the club. Means there's lot many opportunities, lot many opportunities to come up in the school for their outside life. That's what I want to say. School education, school practices, जो कुछ हम लोग स्कूल में जो पढ़ रहे हैं, that's everything for their practical life out of school. Practical life out of school. So ground rules to follow adolescence club. Suppose we have some clubs, it can be, sensitive to us adolescent issues. जैसे कि हम लोग debate कर सकते हैं. Why boys and girls have to be treated equally? What are the different areas where girls cannot involve with the boys, or why boys cannot involve with girls? Few features. So all are equal, but all are not given to everyone. All are equal, but all are not given to everyone. Why? मेरा स्कूल में 50 टीचर्स है. एक वर्ड ऐसे है टीचर. एक लेडी टीचर हो, एक जेंट्स टीचर हो, एक इंग्लिश टीचर हो, मैथ्स टीचर हो, साइंस टीचर हो, आईपी टीचर हो, सभी टीचर्स हैं. लेकिन सबका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भगवान ने एक जैसे नहीं दिया. अगर मैं प्रिंसिपल हूं, मेरा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अलग है. एक टीचर जो फर्स्ट क्लास में पढ़ाती है उसका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अलग है. एक टीचर जो एमए हिस्ट्री में किया, बीएड किया हुआ, उसका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अलग है. मींस God has not given everybody equal responsibilities, different responsibilities. Same as gender has different responsibilities. कभी भी सेम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, आदमी कितना भी लड़ाई करे, कितना भी फाइट करे, कभी भी सेम रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज कोई नहीं ले पाएंगे. दैट इज इट्स अ फैक्ट. It's a fact. There are responsibilities ladies have to take care of. There are responsibilities gents have to take care of. That is not the weakness. That is not the weakness. So such a type of discussions can be kept. Another activities can be conducted, cues related to AIDS or health fair in the school, community, or kind of, questionnaire, first aid training, स्पेशल स्कूल मैगजीन, सेल्फ डिफेंस ट्रेनिंग. हम लोग बहुत सारा ट्रेनिंग्स है, उसको हम लोग बच्चों को दे सकते हैं. एंड इट्स कनेक्टेड, आई टोल्ड अबाउट be related to life skills. So psycho-social abilities we can put forward, or empower learners towards observe process, or core of adolescence education. तो बच्चे को भी अवेयरनेस देना चाहिए. जैसे कि हमारा स्कूल में पॉक्सो एक क्लब है, प्रोटेक्ट द चिल्ड्रंस फ्रॉम सेक्सुअल ऑफेंस. सो एक क्लब है जिसमें गर्ल्स से बॉयज से वी कैन ट्रेन द स्टूडेंट्स फॉर पॉक्सो, एंड द गर्ल्स कैन गिव अवेयरनेस टुवर्ड्स गर्ल्स, boys can give awareness towards boys and guide them, help them. So few guiding principles also we have, like should organize and respond reality towards adolescent heterogeneous. There is diversity in terms of urban, rural, caste, class, religion, culture, beliefs. So these things also we can include in the adolescence education. The educational programs should be participatory process oriented and non-judgmental, not pres- prescriptive, स्टैगमेंटाइजेशन और फियर इंक्लूडिंग डोंट टेल अगर आप ऐसे करेंगे तो आपका लाइफ में ऐसे से हो जाएगा, ऐसे नॉट अ फियर, उसका मन में डर पैदा करना नहीं है, बट इट्स ऑल अबाउट making them aware about. We have to make them aware about. Adolescence is conceptualized as a positive stage of life, a phase full of possibilities. आपका लाइफ में आपका एनर्जी बहुत सारा पॉसिबिलिटीज को खोलेंगे. इट ओपन्स लॉट ऑफ पॉसिबिलिटीज. अगर आपके पास इतने एनर्जी है, उस एनर्जी से आप लाइफ में कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. ऑल पावर इज विद इन यू कैन डू एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग. उसका पोटेंशियल को उसको we have to instill it, motivate it. As adolescence education should enable adolescents to understand and negotiate existing constantly charging lived realities. Look at parents. हमारा लाइफ में लिविंग रियलिटीज कोई नहीं है. सबसे ज्यादा लिविंग रियलिटीज वही है जो मेरा माँ बाप. Look at their life. How do they live? How do they take care of? How do they struggle? How do they have hardship in their life? Living realities. हर एक बच्चे को हमारा लाइफ के लिए उसके लिए तैयारी करना है. जो डिफिकल्टीज, जो प्रॉब्लम्स, जो स्ट्रगल्स मेरे माँ बाप लाइफ से गुजर रहे हैं, उसको वो रियलिटीज, वो लाइफ मेरा लाइफ में ना आए. Those difficulties supposed not to be in my life. That is what every parent look forward. Every parent look forward. Let there not be such difficulties and problems in my life. That should be the awareness for the child also. Teachers need to unlearn and learn in order to facilitate these programs. So teachers should give lot of awareness to towards the children, understanding responsibility for self and relationship. Responsibility for self. What is my responsibility? How should I maintain my relationship? Adolescence education principles should influence the entire school curriculum. As I said before, जो भी सब्जेक्ट हो सकता है, लैंग्वेज हो सकता है, मैथ्स हो सकता है, आईपी हो सकता है, आईटी सेक्टर हो सकता है, जो कुछ हो जो मैं पढ़ रहा हूं, सब कुछ उसके लिए हेल्पफुल होना चाहिए. Adolescence education program should have इनबिल्ट फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. ये नहीं है कि स्टेबिलिटी हो. मेरे पास सारा एक रबर बैंड है, कितना हम लोग, या बैलून है, बैलून में एयर ब्लॉक करते हैं, एंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स व्हेन इट बिकम ओवर एयर इट ब्लास्ट. Our students life supposed not to be something like of blasting. It should be flexible. It flexible. That should be. It should enable and actively help learners to develop critical thinking, attitudes, and knowledge along with life skill. Life skill, if I can have better life skill, that's the best thing I am earning in the life. If I can make use of my life, but if I can make use of my skills, that's a great thing. It is said, be thankful to God. Be thankful to God for the skills whatever you got. आपको आप भगवान be grateful to the God, and it is a thankful to the God if I am making use of all my skills. I am giving a best thanks. If I am grateful to God, that means it is when I make use of my skills. It should be strongly oriented towards the transformational potential of education based on principles of equity and social justice rather than having a status equal orientation. So social justice, बच्चों के मन में ये होना चाहिए. Everybody has. It's of same sex or opposite sex. It is of any kind of approaches. I should have socially, I should think, I should have a conscious mind that I should treat everyone equally. It is the time to make concentrate strategies and plan for all schools and their subject teachers so as to have a comprehensive scholastic and co-scholastic program well implemented in all grades with a supportive and positive ethos involvement of all school curriculum activities and diverse social actors. Means overall and every energy should involve into adolescence education. For that, as I said, जैसे 21 साल के बाद एक लाइफ है जिसमें उनको अपने आप का पैर में खड़ा होना चाहिए, and he has to be independent, and he has to have make his life make a wonderful one. For that, a stepping stone, for that, a strong backbone, we can say, that is of the age between 11 to or 10 to 21, study duration between 6th class to 21. So let us focus on those students in every subject, in every time, in every ways. Let us make this a platform to make our students, especially these adolescent students, life better than all time, better than everyone. So with this, I like to thank each and every one of the teachers, those who participated this workshop on adolescence education. So I thank everybody. Thank you very much for your motivational comments and complimentary words to me. And I thank Dr. Rajiv Ranjan, the president of Parliutra Sahodaya, Secretary Alphonse sir, and other executive members and other office bearers of Parliutra Sahodaya, and all schools, those who participated. Thank you very much.